tournament, coming off the back of club season and then kind of picking up a little another nagging injury. But Messi does one thing. He goes, inactive for a bit, walks around, and then he can punish you at any second. So I hope that we see a better Messi. I hope that we see an active Messi, and he can really take this Canadian side and put one in the back of the net.
And you guys have both mentioned the fact that this Canadian team cannot play the same way that they played against Argentina in that first game and just be wide open, because whether it's Messi or anybody else, they will rip them apart. So we'll see if Jesse Marsch and this team comes out in a little different type of form. Not pulling into a shell or anything like that, but doing things to make sure they
Marsch
mitigate
acknowledged we gave him far too much time, far too much space. It won't be man marking. It's certainly going to be a lot tighter on Lionel Messi. Argentina in the midst of a 9-match unbeaten run. Their last defeat came to Uruguay last November in a World Cup qualifier. Messi and company seeking to reach their 4th Copa final in the last 5 editions of this tournament. They will have home field advantage tonight. Canada, Argentina in under 14 minutes.
Some days, you're the main character. Other days, you're the villain. The Pop Off, a channel of nothing but fierce ladies representing the next wave of pop stardom. Tyla, Chaperone, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. Plus exclusive songs and stories from Ray, featured all week long. The Pop Off, on now. For a limited time on Channel 105 or listen anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan.
Their joints are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier. And why they seem more youthful even as they age.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend using 50 years of nutritional research and experience, helping dogs make incredible turnarounds. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Krispies. They're wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/fox or text FOX to 511-511.
Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
SiriusXM Radio.
SiriusXM. Road Dog Trucking Radio.
For the business of trucking.
Regulation in the trucking industry.
Issues in Congress. Alternative fuels.
Amenities and ergonomics. Benefits for truck drivers.
Any number of topics.
It really is very diverse.
Road Dog Trucking Radio.
Channel 146.
Throughout all the success of this team, Messi has earned his place in the center of it all.
Messi has done it!
But they didn't become champions because of one man.
And he scores! Di Maria!
That's what makes this team historic.
Argentina have done it!
Everyone accepts their role. Everyone steps up.
Emiliano Martinez is up there with the best.
Everyone can be the star.
Martinez puts it in! 4 through the group stage!
Coming face to face with the best can be terrifying. Or an enticing opportunity to be legends.
Canada trying to make a statement.
They think they can shock the world.
They know what to expect. They aren't backing down.
Go for Canada!
For a trip to the finals, Canada, Argentina.
First semifinal of this Copa America on deck. Number 1 ranked Argentina set to take on Alphonzo Davies and Canada. Davies, the young captain, just named captain before this tournament, saying, "We're hungrier than ever. We expect a battle, as should they." And what an honor, what a privilege, what a moment to be lined up for the second time this tournament next to the GOAT, Lionel Messi. Drake put about $300,000 of his own money for Canada to upset Argentina. Lexi, how much money would you put on for the upset?
For Canada to win?
For Canada to beat Argentina.
Your money? I'd put it all on it.
Your money.
My money? Hell no.
Your money.
I could buy a lot with $300,000.
Yes. Yes, I think Drake has money to spare. Another huge crowd there in the New York, New Jersey area. And Messi just hasn't been at his best this tournament. Missed 1 game, but the 3 games he did play, he went the full 90. Only 1 assist, and that came in the tournament's opening game against Canada, a 2-1 win for Argentina. We just saw Emi Martinez. About how good has Martinez been? Lautaro Martinez on the bench for Argentina, and the 2 managers talking. Ooh, that might be Jesse apologizing for saying Argentina should be fined for coming late out of the tunnel. A lot of subplots to this one, but the biggest is how that man on the right is going to play tonight.
Argentina and Canada. Demos la bienvenida a la selección nacional de Argentina y Canadá.
Seventh Copa America semifinal in the last 8 editions of this tournament for Argentina. Angel Di Maria getting the start for Argentina. This is his last competition for his nation. Could be his last game. Summer-like conditions in New Jersey tonight. Temperatures right around mid-80s. High level of humidity. Number 1 versus number 48. First semifinal at this edition of the Copa America tomorrow night here on FS1. Should be a real fun one between Colombia and Uruguay from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Argentina. Damas y caballeros, por favor, ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Argentina. Remain standing for the national anthem of Canada. Por favor, permanecer de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Canadá.
Can Canada pull off the shocker? Will Argentina continue their march towards another trophy? Kickoff next.
Hi, it's Billy Joel here. It's back. All my music on my very own channel, the Billy Joel Channel.
Because you had to be a big shot.
His songs, his stories.
There were these two Italian guys that owned this recording studio. Wow, they had a piano, they had microphones, and I was really impressed. I wanted to know what everything was. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do?
The Billy Joel Channel, happening now for a limited time. Sirius XM Channel 79 and the Sirius XM app.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
On a steamy night outside New York, the champions of South America take on the last men standing from North America for a spot in Sunday's final. It's Argentina against Canada.
That's Lionel Scaloni makes 3 changes from that quarterfinal win over Ecuador. As expected, Emi Martinez starts in the goal. One of those changes, Montiel on that right-hand side, only started 1 match in this tournament so far. Only started 1 match in the World Cup in 2022. That's a midfield 3. At times defensively, it'll look like a 4. Di Maria coming back into the team. He started that opening match against Canada. And then the other one, Julian Alvarez, starting up front once again. He just has 1 goal in this tournament. The man that's on the bench, Lautaro Martinez, the top goal scorer in this tournament. And of course, Lionel Messi alongside him. And for Jesse Marsh and Canada, they know what it's like to step on the field against this Argentine team. They did it in the first match, and they know what it takes now to beat a team like this. Portland Timbers goalkeeper Maxime Crépeau starts in the nets. Johnson, Bombito, Cornelius, and Alphonzo Davies, who expect to get up and down that left-hand side. Jacob Schaffelberg has a goal and an assist for the Canadians. They've only scored 2 goals so far in this tournament. One has been Schaffelberg, the other one has been Jonathan David, who starts alongside Kyle Larin, Canada's all-time leading goal scorer, leads the team with 7 shots, but no goals for him so far. Could this be his day today?
And make no mistake, this is the biggest game in Canadian men's soccer history. It's a pretty short list to draw from. Winning games to qualify for their 2 World Cup appearances. As you saw in the pregame, they won the Gold Cup of 2000 against Colombia. There were 6,000 people in the stands that night on a rainy night at the LA Memorial Coliseum. This is a major tournament semifinal with 80,000 fans here in the stadium outside New York and millions watching across the continent. This is as big a stage as Canada's men have been on. Even when they got to the World Cup, they lost all 3 games in Qatar and in Mexico in '86. Can they take advantage of a moment that has captivated their country? Relative to population, they have been getting NFL primetime telecast level audiences for these games in Canada. Their nation's tuning in. Can they pull off the shock against the best team in the world and derail Lionel Messi's effort to stake their claim as the greatest men's international team of all time? It is warm, it is humid, we are underway. It is Argentina, as ever, in the sky blue and white. It is Canada wearing red. It was very easy for Argentina through the group stage. They never trailed. They never conceded a goal. Yes, they had slow burns and couldn't score in the first half, but it was always in control. And even that was the case last Thursday in Houston against Ecuador, until it wasn't, and they scored in stoppage time, and they very nearly won the thing before Argentina prevailed in a penalty shootout. It's been a harder go for Canada. They lost that opener to Argentina. They took advantage of each of their next 2 games, seeing an opponent being sent off. They scored just 1 goal, but it was enough in the win against Peru, and they held on by the skin of their teeth against Chile to set up a game on Friday in Dallas with Venezuela. Had the lead, had tons of chances to add to it before conceding a wild long-distance goal, but prevailing in a penalty shootout for the first time in over 20 years. And now here they are in a rematch from opening night in a semifinal against the world champions and the Copa America champions. You mentioned how insanely humid it is. You're seeing a ton of moisture come up on the field already. What do you think this thing's going to look like, particularly in contrast to the game these guys played 2.5 weeks ago?
Well, the other thing, it's the moisture coming up off the field, but also you can see some of that sand that's underneath that grass there, and that's going to slow the ball down a lot. And I think that favors Canada because it limits Argentina's ability to play the ball quickly and quickly play these little combination balls, and allows them to shift defensively. Canada are going to set up in this similar type of press and system that they played in the first match against Argentina. They'll look to pick off the ball and play quick in transition. Right now, Argentina just feeling it out and what it's going to look like. The biggest mistake Canada made in the first time they played them was leaving too much space in behind, and already the line is a little bit deeper. They don't want Argentina spinning in behind and finding that space. They want to keep the game in front of them. And let's see how long it takes Argentina to try to turn up the tempo of this game. But look at that ball getting stuck right there under the feet.
Yeah, miscontrol touch by Romero that Schaffelberg was able to pick up. Laren back inside Ismail Kone. The one lineup change for Canada tonight from the quarterfinal. Argentina able to recover and sweep it back to their hero as ever, Emiliano Martinez, and it's going to be knocked out for an Argentina throw. Now, Lionel Scaloni, and you saw that moment he and Jesse Marsch had. He was suspended for the group stage finale. As Messi gets the cheers, he's going to pick it back up. Miscontrol by Alphonzo Davies. Hands it off wide to Di Maria. His cross looking to return for Messi was intercepted by Derek Cornelius. And then DePaul almost dug it back out. Jonathan David has it poked away. Schaffelberg picks it up. Look at all the pressure from Argentina. Although Canada able to open up to the near side, but it sure looked like Jesse Marsch was, if not apologizing, at least acknowledging his comments and the stir they caused in Argentina. Here's Richie Larea now, winning a Taliafico and able to be cut off. Is that going to be out over the end line? It is. Canada have a corner. 3 minutes in. Jesse Marsch loves it.
Yeah, he likes that because that first ball was out of pressure, and then they just spun it down into the channel. Good running from Larea. And then, as ever, Alexis McAllister, the man getting back, putting out those fires, but takes that bump off him, and it'll be an opportunity here for Canada for an early set. They got a chance to play this one quickly. Messi's a little slow to get out to put some pressure, but still wouldn't be surprised to see Canada take this one short.
Jacob Schaffelberg has been involved in both goals. Canada have scored. Scored one himself, assisted the other. In-swinging corner from him is sent along.
Going to stay in.
It's Enzo Fernandez who got his head to it. It's Rodrigo De Paul who picks it up, and it's Alistair Johnson who prevents the quick breakout. And one of the things Jesse Marsch said to us when we spoke to him last night is that the feeling around the Canada camp is that Canada teams from the past would have crumbled mentally against Venezuela, losing the lead the way they did, going to a shootout. And remember, it was just days removed from seeing Tejan Buchanan, one of their star players, break his leg in practice. But he has been so thrilled with the mental strength that they've shown. Can they show it again tonight in what is once again Buenos Aires North at this Copa America? And fights his way through. Schaffelberg's on the far side. The ball got slowed up. Jacob Schaffelberg trying to find an angle. Blasts it over. First shot of the game is Canadian.
It was good work initially from Kyle Laren to get the ball with his back to goal, able to turn and find a quick ball to Schaffelberg, who has been one of the standout players for Canada in this tournament. But I'm going to end up talking a lot about this throughout this game. That ball, again, it got caught up. It slowed down. It's stuck under Schaffelberg's feet. He's trying to get the shot off. And you just wonder, are the players going to take an extra touch or two to make sure it's in the type of spot that they want? It's not zipping around, that ball. It's going to be a slower type of play in this match.
And for Messi, back out to Enzo Fernandez, all the way wide now. Antonio Montiel, one of the lineup changes tonight, rolls that one in. Looking to turn it inside, felt some contact from Alphonzo Davies. And our referee tonight, Pierre Amaza, waving his finger. The long switch meant for Laren is popped up in the air by Taliafico. Crowded and fouled. I mentioned the absence of Tejan Buchanan a week ago with that injury for Canada. For more on that part of the story as we look at the penalty shout. Let's say hi for the first time tonight to Jenny Taft down on the field. Jenny?
John, thanks so much. Well, obviously, such a loss for Canada losing Tajon Buchanan in that fashion at training. What I can tell you, he is here in attendance. He's in the team suite. He had a successful surgery last Wednesday and didn't want to miss out on this opportunity to support his team. Like you mentioned, Jesse Marsh saying the team came together, everyone visiting him at the hospital. And teammate Kyle Larin saying we will miss him on the field, but we are playing for him tonight.
They were certainly playing for him on Friday when Jacob Schaffelberg scored the early goal to give him the lead. He held up Buchanan's number 17 jersey in honor of him as Alistair Johnson off balance trying to head that away. Again, whatever combination of sand and moisture is just flying up on some of these balls off of this natural grass surface. Can Schaffelberg get on the run? That touch is going to work around the outside of Montiel. Schaffelberg will run at Montiel. Schaffelberg on the deck, rolls it wide, but another early chance for Canada.
And it's coming off of just how quickly Canada go from a turnover from Argentina in their own end. A fantastic ball into Schaffelberg, and the little touch that he gets around Montiel. Look at this as it comes into him. Great ball from Eustaquio. That touch skips by Montiel. Now all of a sudden, he's 1v1. He's got runners in the box, and it's a combination of a shot and a cross. Again, it gets stuck under his feet as he's trying to get that strike off. Doesn't get full contact. And I think just Schaffelberg in some of these key moments right now, either rushing the tempo a little bit, not taking an extra beat, and making sure he's got good contact. But Canada have created a couple of good opportunities so far.
And it's the same conversation we had Thursday night. Remember, Ecuador had the first 3 shots of that game in the first 16 minutes and another that didn't produce a shot. Canada has underperformed their expected goals value more than any other team. They have been wasteful on the chances they've had to score just twice. Is it the same thing as that Ecuador game, where they're going to rue these missed opportunities if they can't put one of them away?
Well, to your point, they almost did against Venezuela. It took them to go to penalties, and they would have been kicking themselves if they didn't finish that game in regulation.
Alejandro Dominguez, the president of CONMEBOL, the Confederation Sudamericana de Football, who are putting on this Copa America. We expect we'll see him tomorrow night in Charlotte for the other semifinal between Colombia and Uruguay. They're surely watching this game in their hotels in North Carolina. You see just 2 prior meetings, including that opening game just over 2 weeks ago. Argentina's won both. Canada yet to score a goal, and that one will peter all the way out. It's Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, who is here in New Jersey tonight. This is going long. Schaffelberg knew he was offside. Definitely a different type of atmosphere as when we were here for the Chile game 2 weeks ago. You had a lot more sort of what we would think of as the traditional supporters, a lot of chanting and singing.
I wonder if it's just the crowd as well that wants to see their team get going a little bit here and give them something to start cheering about. It's been a slow start for Argentina. That's a great ball around the corner there.
McAllister for Tagliafico. For Julian Alvarez, Tagliafico deck behind the play. Advantage played. Alvarez, De Paul let it go. Montiel put it right at Larea. And now what's the outlet in these moments for Canada? David and Larin can't combine to create a counterattack.
A lot of conversations behind that play as well, with Rodrigo De Paul going over to the referee about that foul. He played advantage, he did the right thing. But that's how Argentina can find some success. It's that first pass or two through the midfield, out of pressure, out the other side where they can get matched up 1v1. Because right now, the same thing as the first game, and it looks very similar shape-wise from Canada. Compact in the middle. They don't want to allow Messi to have space to get turned in behind their midfield, running at the back line. And then they want to do this. They've gotten out of pressure, and almost Kone trying to find Alphonzo Davies in the attack. But as soon as they win possession, Canada, just watch. Schaffelberg takes off. David takes off. Larea, they want to try to play vertical and very quickly.
Johnston in for Larin. Lovely touch for Jonathan David, trying to run inside Tagliafico. Stood up there by Lisandro Martinez, and it breaks down. That's an area of the game Jesse Marsh really felt that they did have the advantage. Getting their athleticism, getting their speed, Into the open spaces in those moments. Di Maria from Messi. Running at Cornelius. Back in for Lionel Messi! Puts the shot wide.
And here's a great example with Canada out of shape. They turn the ball over. Di Maria spins wide. That leaves space inside for Lionel Messi. Now you have to get 2v1. Eustaquio is dropping a little bit deeper there to try to get pressure. He's coming out of that midfield position. Messi holds his run, has space at the top of the box. Bombito comes out and goes through his legs and just drives it past that near post.
Well, they had a game-high 6 shots taken against Canada in the opener. Game-high 5 chances created as well. It was a very different-looking Messi that we saw Thursday night. Just the 1 shot against Ecuador. It was 2 weeks ago in this building. He suffered a little injury to the right, to the groin area, top of the quad. As Christian Romero goes down.
To your point, John, just 32 touches for Messi in that game against Ecuador, which is the lowest in a match since he's got 90 minutes for Argentina since 2011. And we were talking about, didn't quite look himself, didn't have that burst of speed, it wasn't as involved in the play. And even after the game, after he missed the penalty, he talked about being angry. And you wondered what version of Messi you were going to see tonight. Already, he's got 6 touches through 13 minutes. He's going to pick his spots as this game starts to open up and the spaces there. But I expect to see him being a little bit more proactive than he was against Ecuador.
Because the conversation has been, okay, Argentina have to learn to play without him. He's going to retire eventually. They have other ways they can beat you. But is it actually the case against Ecuador? Did they get lucky in that game that Ecuador didn't beat him in the final seconds?
It was still a game that Argentina dominated, but go back to that in a second here. So here come Argentina. They dominated that game. They just didn't finish off chances, and that has been the way in which they've played throughout this tournament. Hasn't been the best version of Argentina, but yet they still keep winning, they keep rolling. And it's always a great sign of a good team that can win while playing ugly. But this is normally the part of the tournament now where they start to really ramp it up. And we saw that in the semifinals of the World Cup. It's 3-0 against Croatia and the game against France. And I'm interested to see what we see as this game goes on here against Canada.
Davies did well to get away from Di Maria. Eustaquio couldn't steer that further enough for Schaffelberg. De Paul, great little clip for Di Maria. Trying to play it back inside for Messi. Davies intercepted. Moise Bombito of Colorado Rapids, one of 9 current or former MLS players on the field for Canada, was there to intercept. And now Ismael Kone, formerly of CF Montreal, bringing it forward. Jonathan David. Julian Alvarez, great defensive work there, coming back to poke it away. And De Paul. Line for Di Maria. Now Di Maria once more. McAllister running to the center, is meant for Messi. And it's an important sliding interception from Derek Cornelius.
Already just there. Great work from Kone. I thought that was going to be a foul. He's not going to get it. And he's pretty furious. That was right in front of the 4th official as well.
Yeah, it's hot.
And late.
Di Maria on the turn. Montiel to the outside of him. Gonzalo Montiel. Mostly coming off the bench at this tournament, but given the start tonight. Here's Messi to pick it up. Messi clipping it forward for Julian Alvarez. Too far. Maxime Crépeau's there.
Last couple of minutes, Lionel Messi, interestingly, was making those little runs in behind. 3 different times he saw Cornelius coming inside with him spun and was looking to run beyond the last defender. That time drops off. Now he gets on the ball because of that running. He's opened up some space for himself. But I just wonder if they feel, watching the tape against Canada the last time, they can still find room in this game by running beyond that back line.
Quarter hour gone here at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Lionel Messi still has not scored a goal in the 3 games he's played at Copa America. The last time he went 4 appearances for Argentina without a goal was 5 years ago, 2019, at Copa America. That includes the semifinal loss to Brazil. The only time Argentina have ever lost a semifinal match at a Copa America or a World Cup. Messi cuts it back, finds the space, clips it in for Alvarez, knocked away by Eustaquio. Johnson had to get rid of it quick. David had to get rid of it quick. There's space there for Kone to run into. Jesse Marsh waving his arms. And now Kone on the run. Larin in the middle. Schaffelberg as well. It slows up. Larin picks it up. He's got Schaffelberg. It's beyond him.
Oh, it's a great idea, though, from Canada. First of all, great ball out of pressure, running from Kone from the middle of the field. You can see his physical capacity just to open up the legs and run. And then it was a difficult one. It was behind Kyle Larin, so he's trying to find Schaffelberg, who had to recycle his run to stay on side. Those little moments, though, we're talking about just the early half opportunities that Canada have created here. You don't get many chances against an Argentine defense, and you have to start to take advantage. Here they come again.
Davies on the run, in for Jonathan David. Can he get back to it? He can. Back to goal. That's behind Larea's run. Davies, who started the play with a tackle, trying to find space for a shot. Davies blocked. Julian Alvarez for De Paul.
What a ball.
Back for Julian Alvarez, and he's trying to catch Maxime Crépeau off his line in the way that Solomon Rondon did.
He was off his line there and gets lucky that Julian Alvarez miskicks this one just slightly. Great idea from Alvarez because he had a run from McAllister on the left. Crépeau was off his line at the top of his box, and he's already been chipped once in this tournament.
Listen, Jesse Marsh said to us last night, I'm not teaching these guys to play to not make mistakes. Maxime Crépeau made the right kind of mistake to have that high of positioning that he got beat by Solomon Rondon in that goal. Here's the question, though. If this is a different type of team, is that just a quick foul the instant Argentina win that ball, and we don't even have a conversation about Crépeau's position?
For sure, but I would say it was a wonderful ball by De Paul to find that little slip pass to beat 3 Canadian midfielders, couldn't even get close to him. So ideally you can get a foul. That's a big part of this game, is stopping those plays.
Larea from David. Larea got around Tagliafico. Did he run out of space? He cuts back the cross. The flag comes up. It's out for a goal kick. Second semifinal at the Euros tomorrow on Fox. The Netherlands against England, who will advance to face Spain in the final Sunday in Berlin. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Live on Fox. Spain's men in the European Championship final less than a year after Spain's women won the World Cup. And it is Spain's men of 2008 to 2012 that have the claim of the best, at least in the modern era, team in men's international soccer when they won back-to-back Euros either side of a World Cup in 2010. That is the level Argentina are trying to reach if they can win back-to-back Copa America titles either side of that World Cup in Qatar. It would be those two teams thought of as the greatest of all time. Brazil's claim with the 3 World Cups in 4, but they never won a Copa America in the 60s or the 70s with Pelé. No discussion that's going to be if Argentina can find a way to get this done. Eustaquio overhits it. Drops in, hands it off to Enzo Fernandez. Wide it goes for Tagliafico. Johnson was late, but he held his ground. He knocked it away. Tagliafico helps to win it back with McAllister. Messi quickly for De Paul. De Paul crossing for Alvarez, too far in front of him. Tagliafico sliding through. Did that ball stay in play? And the flag has come up. It is a goal kick. Of Chile, a referee tonight here in the Meadowlands. His first Copa America, his 3rd game at this tournament. His first ever international game was Argentina as Copa America champions beating European champions Italy. Remember that game 2 years ago, the Finalissima. He was also in charge of Argentina's historic World Cup qualifying win at Brazil in November. Larin, great work, Larea. Romero pulled out of the last second there as Larea was just trying to draw some contact, and he gives the ball away.
Interestingly, right now, the build-up for Argentina. Look at Alexis McAllister. It's just off your screen, the bottom left. He's pulling out wide. Julian Alvarez is actually coming into the midfield, and Enzo Fernandez ends up being the deeper player. They're trying to draw the Canadian players, at least in the middle of the field, trying to get them moving and creating a numbers advantage for Argentina in that central area where Messi can come underneath, Alvarez can come underneath, and then they're running behind. So as the game is slow, they're trying to keep those two central midfielders for Canada honest, and if they're not, they're going to get space and turn, and then they've got 2v1 in the wide areas. Like that ball is just a little off there. They were looking for Di Maria on that first one. And that was the right type of pocket that they're looking for.
Long for Lorea. He takes a big hit from Taliafico. Jesse March is furious. He wants a whistle he's not going to get. See if that becomes a theme tonight or not. Able to turn. Couple different runners. Meant for Alvarez. Brings it down. Alvarez rides the challenge. Alvarez scores! Argentina take the lead!
Well, it's the running off the ball from Julian Alvarez, but it's too easy for DePaul there. He gets turned in space, and now you've got everybody from Canada staring at Rodrigo DePaul, and Julian Alvarez says, thank you very much. I can time my run. I'm looking right along the back line. Bombito gets turned inside out. First touch is phenomenal. Gets in behind him, and now he's got the advantage, because if Bombito fouls him here, deny of a goal-scoring opportunity, he's off the field. He pulls his leg out at the last minute, settles himself again, and then just rolls the ball between the legs of Maxime Crépeau for the opening goal for Argentina. And just how quickly the game goes from a slow build-up, methodical, and then boom, it's one pass into DePaul. He gets turned and finds Julian Alvarez, and that was the big key. That was the difference in that first game as well. If you don't have pressure on the ball, you can't have that high line because the attacking player has the advantage. He finds it there. And a man that was benched in the last game gets the start in the semifinal and delivers for Lionel Scaloni and Argentina.
Well, he scored their first goal in the opening match. That was early in the second half. By the time he broke through, and what a great problem it is for Lionel Scaloni to have multiple options in that forward spot that are each trying to outdo the other. And it was interesting during the celebration as we were watching those replays, how many Argentine players came over. Lionel Scaloni actually was on the field. Really big tactical conversation they were talking through there, using it as a hydration break and a little reset timeout. Now, how do Canada respond? Argentina took the lead right about that same time in the game against Ecuador Thursday night, but they couldn't add a second. Johnston, that's the challenge of McAllister. Johnston, can he get a cross off? Inside for David, Laren's touch, knocked away. DePaul, taken back by Bombito. And then Johnston looked like he was wrapped up, and this is going to be a free kick for Canada. Alexis McAllister can't quite believe that was whistled as a foul.
It's going to be a frustrating goal for Canada to concede after what had been a good start, but that's the difference at this level, right? You can defend well for 23, 24 minutes against Argentina and limit them to opportunities, but that one moment that you're not all together, you're not pressing, you're dropping off, you got the high line, and then just that run, killer pass, and boom, you're behind one goal. Now, can they work a goal here from a set piece maybe? Use this to their advantage to put some pressure back on this Argentine team and level one up.
Eustaquio fakes it. Davies hooks it in. Romero got the header out. He's able to reset backwards for Richie Lorea. And for Alistair Johnston. Johnston will cross that one in. Comfortable catch. Well, looked like a comfortable catch for Emiliano Martinez. And look at how much Jonathan David is trying to prevent a quick kick out. And the whistle has gone. The play is dead.
This is the review of the offside line.
What do you think, Leon?
In my expert opinion, he's just onside there. Alistair Johnson was a little bit deep, but that's the back line was disconnected. One of the key words coming in for Canada was balance, and it was the balance between the pressure and something Jesse Marsh spoke specifically to us about in the moments where they got caught in that first match, and that was it. It was that deep running behind. You cannot allow a goal like that and expect to beat Argentina, a play like that. And that's just, it's probably a product, again, of being defending for the majority of this game without the ball, playing transition, hot day, and just not closing enough space. And the quality of the opponent, once again.
Not just hot, but the humidity. And there's been a heat advisory here in the New York, New Jersey area, but when it's this humid, you just can't breathe. And that eventually has to wear you down. Do Argentina have the urgency and the intensity to go hunt for more, or will it turn into that Ecuador game where they just try to grind it out? Copa America's second semifinal tomorrow in Charlotte, Uruguay against Colombia. Winner of that against the winner of this Sunday night in Miami. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on FS1. Colombia tying their own national record, 27 games without a loss since a defeat to Argentina, February of 2022. Worked by Bombito to track back there on Tagliafico. Uruguay in the Copa America semifinal for the first time since 2011. That's the last time they won it in Argentina. 15 titles each. It'll be a terrific game in Charlotte. And a terrific final, one way or the other, with the last four that we have at this year's Copa America. Making a big run forward for Cornelius. He comes cross-field instead towards Larea. Tagliafico able to chest it back to Emiliano Martinez.
Decision-making right now for Canada in possession. Argentina's giving them some space and time on the ball, and some of the running off the ball has been really good from Kyle Larin, from Jonathan David. Schaffelberg constantly testing Montiel, pushing him back. But then when you hit an over-hit ball like that and just waste it straight to Tagliafico, you turn possession over, and now you're defending again. So patience. You have to have patience on the ball and use the possession when you have it on a humid day. We'll keep hammering that. It's important to use the ball and to give yourself a little bit of a rest as well in possession.
Deep to try to start the sequence. Gets it back from Messi. Poked away from behind. Cornelius knocks it wide. Davies on the run. Too far in front of David. Eustaquio picks it back up in the middle. A few times tonight we're able to hear the Canadian fans. A good thicket of red up to our left in the top deck. An hour gone here in New Jersey, where 2 years and 10 days from now we'll be watching the 2026 World Cup final. And remember, this was the site of one of the darkest days in Argentina's history, that 2016 Copa America final. As Crepeau gets that away from Alvarez's pressure, the penalty shootout defeat to Chile. Lionel Messi announcing his retirement in the hours after in the back hallways of the stadium. The third straight summer final defeat for Argentina. How different it feels now. And instead of the serious faces, big smiles on most of the Argentina players at every game of this Copa America as they walk out. That was Larea sliding through on Tagliafico. That was meant for Schaffelberg too far. And Di Maria was back to help. but it has not felt like an Argentina team at this Copa America that feels an intense amount of pressure right now. Would you? How would you compare what you've seen from them as compared to even 3 years ago at Copa America when they had one?
Well, they just look so confident and comfortable in the way in which they play. And you think about Lionel Scaloni and just the way he's able to seamlessly make changes to a team and plug and play midfielders and drop the leading goal scorer in the tournament, bring on another guy who starts for Manchester City, scores a goal. But you can probably see a yellow card here, yeah.
Jonathan David coming in on Romero, first yellow of the night.
And you know, John, I put so much of that too is down to having won titles with Lionel Messi. It was a team that felt and had so much pressure and expectation, and to win one for Messi. And they won the Copa America in 21. Then they go into the World Cup and they lose the match against Saudi Arabia, but then how that just flipped the switch and they went on that incredible run to winning a title. It almost feels like a team that's playing with confidence and with house money and just keeps saying, we're the best, and we know we're the best. Because Romero's really struggling here. He's still down after that challenge from David.
Argentina's bench were hopping up furious about that. Incidentally, with the differences in yellow card accumulation here at Copa America as compared to the Euros, it's reset after the group stage. So there are a couple of players who, if booked tonight, would be suspended for the final. We've tended in recent years to see tournaments change their yellow card accumulation such that you wouldn't see a player suspended for a final. Look back at the goal.
Sometimes it's the best place to go with a finish through the goalkeeper's legs because they're trying to make themselves bigger and extend and cover as much space as possible, and then you often just see strikers do this. He has a quick little look up before Crepeau comes charging off his line. He's trying to close down the space, and as he does, the timing of that finish from Julian Alvarez was so good. It wasn't the cleanest of strikes, bobbling a little bit, but it was the right spot, and the timing of the run is what made it so good. And he cued that pass from DePaul. As soon as he sees DePaul turn in midfield and there's no pressure, boom, he makes the run, makes himself available, and then gets in behind just so quickly, that burst of speed.
5 holes, they would say in hockey. So Romero will continue. It goes long quickly. Davies miscontrols it. Di Maria gets there, trying to catch Crepeau. Had the look, had the open net, put it over.
Just such a great idea from Angel Di Maria. Alphonzo Davies takes his eye off it. It goes under his foot, and Crepeau is expecting him to take a touch across Davies, and he would have caught him as McAllister wins the ball back. Here come Argentina again.
Johnson's pass out was blocked. DePaul muscled off it. Argentina bench wants a foul they're not going to get, but the backtracking from Tagliafico wins it back as DePaul is slow to get up. And he's gingerly getting back to his feet. So we got Romero a bit banged up a moment ago. DePaul banged up right now. Messi able to turn to a big pocket of space that he'll run into. DePaul back for Messi. Messi waiting for Tagliafico. Here he is. Tagliafico! That took a block. That's out for a corner.
But it's once again Argentina finding combinations right through the middle of the field. And that's the area Canada want to protect, but they're not doing a good job of it so far. Trying to converge on Messi, the 1-2, the movement off the ball. So difficult to stop. That cues now the space for Tagliafico to join the attack. He gets a decent shot off here, takes that deflection. He's aiming for the back post. Ends up skipping out for an Argentine corner, which Messi's going to come across and take.
They scored goals off corners at Copa America. That goal that they scored against Ecuador on Thursday was from Messi corner. All-time assist leader in Copa America history. Will swing this one out and deep. It's knocked back in. It's on the outside of the net.
Finds the man that scored the goal off the set piece the other night, Lisandro Martinez, this time on the first one, trying to, I think, head that towards goal. Maybe would have been better served heading it back into a dangerous area where all the attacking bodies were.
And the hero of that night was Emiliano Martinez, the goalkeeper for Argentina. For more on him, back down to Jenny.
Well, Well, John, we, of course, hear Messi chants all the time, but you know what else I'm hearing all night? Dibu, Dibu. That is the nickname for Emi Martinez, a nickname after a popular Argentinian television series. And I asked Alexis McAllister about Martinez, what makes him so special. He described him to me as an animal. His confidence is something he's been showing us for quite some time. John, I'm right behind Emi on the pitch, watching the way he deals with his opponents, with the fans. It is a show in and of itself.
I feel in some ways Emiliano Martinez is your spirit animal, Stu, just because that personality that shines through. How much of a difference does that make to have a guy? It's not just the antics. The guy backs it up.
He delivers. He delivers. That's the most important thing, and that gives him and his team confidence. And you heard the studio crew talking about it after that penalty shootout win against Ecuador. What a feeling as a penalty taker on his own team to step up, knowing that, hey, guess what? I miss, and our star guy Messi misses, that he's there to pick it up, but that he has the confidence. He's going to give you one. And in that game, he gave you 2 saves, but just so commanding. And the most important thing we always talk about is his ability to make that big save when it matters.
And he holds it in from Schaffelberg's cross. Leave it for Larea. He's forced backwards. Oh, the numbers pushed up high here. And Argentina slowly pushing them back further away from goal. Eustaquio. Davies made the run infield. The pass was just errant. It was off target, and it's given away. After a really good spell of possession for Canada as well.
And it was a good spot. That's what you need to try to break down this Argentina defense. And Alphonzo Davies has come a long way inside to try to unbalance the opponent and create a numbers advantage centrally. But as has been the story for Canada.
A fall for Larin. It was just behind the run of David there.
Same thing though, right? Just a game of nearly for them. It's been when that opportunity's there. The pass is too slow. The pass is a yard the wrong direction. The finish takes a little bit too long, and that's been the trouble. They've gotten to some good spots.
Alphonzo Davies running now, and he couldn't dance his way through DePaul. It's picked up by Schaffelberg. His cross is overhit, though, and another example of exactly what you're talking about. Are you surprised at all how slow this first half has been? Because we think about Jesse Marsh coach teams, high intensity, high press, create chaos.
A couple of things on that. Early in the game, it was there, and it's no surprise because that's when the players are the freshest. They're right into the game. Argentina were a little bit open defensively, weren't necessarily dealing with the first ball and then the speed, and they were opening the game up. A couple of things since then. Now Canada clearly tiring in the game, trying to press in moments, settling deeper and deeper. You concede that goal. Argentina have possession, and they just don't have that same oomph. And they need to find a way to still... The rest defense is something Jesse Marsh talks about all the time, and being active. But right now, they look like they're chasing shadows defensively.
Di Maria back for Messi. Messi, was he fouled? No call from the referee. Kone picks it up, and the referee, it bounced off of him. Now, he should blow the play dead. And what he's saying is because it didn't change possession, now he's going to come back. We've seen a couple strange moments from referees that just the basic administrative parts of refereeing, not like subjective, is it a foul or not. And the fact that Pierre Amaza didn't immediately, having that ball hit and blow the play dead, is interesting.
And also, that should have been a foul for Messi there. You saw Eustaquio didn't get any contact on the ball, kicked out Messi's right foot. He's letting the referee know how he feels about it.
5 minutes to go in this first half.
And speaking of Messi, all that talk about his touch count the other night. He's already at 21 touches. He created 2 of Argentina's 5 chances. And another mistake in the back there. But the running from Julian Alvarez has been phenomenal. Just never stops.
It was Johnston.
And he's going to be open here if they can find him.
And Bombito, each thinking the other. We're going to get that ball is where this all started from. Larea just bumps off Alvarez there. Touch count aside, just give me your eye test impression of Messi tonight as compared to Thursday.
Much better, much more comfortable. And then the other part is when I was watching him in the Ecuador game, there wasn't as much space in the middle, so he was drifting out wide to try to get on the ball, and they couldn't find ways to get him on the ball. Today, he's staying a lot more central, and he's finding that gap between the midfield and the back line and forcing Bombito and Cornelius into a decision. Here he is again. That's the spot. Now he's able to get turned and play these little balls in behind. He's going to spray it out wide. So this is more the Messi we're used to seeing in the early parts of this tournament before he took that knock.
And able to chase Argentina back. After that ball out wide to Tagliafico. DePaul put it right at Schaffelberg. And Canada want a foul. They will get that foul. Johnston clips it forward. Larea was coming to him, and it's another giveaway from Canada.
It's amazing the difference, though, right, between the first part of the half and the second part of the half. Canada just look gassed. They really do. I don't see even the way in which they're defending right now. A lot of walking out there, and Jonathan David's trying to catch his breath. He's trying to get energy. And when you're chasing the ball like this for the majority of a half, it's really tough. So I'm not trying to say I could do any better out there running and running and running to play the style that they want to be effective against Argentina. They know it's in transition, but they just don't have the energy to do it right now when the ball is turning over. And it's like Argentina are just squeezing them more and more and more. And this second half is going to be even harder for Canada.
8 of these Canadians have started every game. 6 have played every minute. There's been very little rotation, and they had one fewer day of rest because their quarterfinal was Friday. Argentina's was Thursday.
That's a good example right there, though, again, right? Jacob Schaffelberg, one of the most dynamic players for this Canadian team. Ball turns over, he's got the ball, he comes inside and just gets hounded off it there by Argentina, and then boom, they're back in possession, hungry, hunting again to try to find that second goal.
Messi is still, Cornelius is all the way up trying to shadow him, hands him off to David. Martinez, who scored his first career goal for Argentina against Ecuador. It's given away. Kone, that was meant for Larea from Laren. Another promising moment for Argentina to counter into. And now it goes long. Di Maria got in behind Davies. Cornelius comes across. Di Maria brings it down. Di Maria. Alvarez leaves it for Messi. Messi cutting in. Messi puts it wide.
Oh, so close. Now watch Angel Di Maria's movement here. This is just textbook high-level winger play. He checks short. Alphonzo Davies bites, spins in behind him, creates the space, gets the ball, and then just cuts it back to Messi, who shapes up as you would expect on the left, chops Johnson, and then goes for the right foot. But a good job by Bombito at the end there, because he didn't bite and open up a window for Messi to go to the far post, and that meant that he had to drag it towards the near post where the angle wasn't as good. And still searching for his first goal in this Copa America. But it feels like it's going to come tonight.
Sunday on Fox, the Summer of Stars comes to a close. We begin the day in Berlin. It's the UEFA European Championship final at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Then that night, the Copa America final from Miami, 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, live on Fox. What a day that's going to be. What a culmination to an incredible 2 tournaments on 2 different continents that it's been so much fun for us to watch, let alone get to be a part of. And who will stand tall as the champions of Europe and the champions of the Western Hemisphere in this combined North and South Copa America by the end of the night Sunday. Looks like we'll have 2 added minutes here at the end of this first half. Julian Alvarez, second goal of the tournament, put back in the lineup tonight. DePaul the assist midway through this half. And as Johnston thought he had won that ball, it's whistled for a foul, and indeed, 2 minutes still to go in this half. Argentina out-possessing Canada, out-shooting Canada 6-3, and yet it's a 1-goal game.
And that's going to be interesting to watch in the second half. Can Argentina find that second goal that they couldn't find against Ecuador that kept them in it to the very end?
Montiel for Messi, for Di Maria off of Davies' header. Di Maria couldn't get across away at first, cuts it back in. Messi peeling off. DePaul, it's too far in front of Messi. McAllister picks it up. Messi trying to chip. And it's over the top.
think he wanted this one just a touch softer on the layoff so he could take it first time. It comes too hard back to him from McAllister. It means he had to take that little touch and then tries to lift it to create back post. But he's just buzzing around when the ball is in and around the box because he knows they've got space, the time. They're getting him behind. And they're wearing down that back line ever so slowly throughout this first half. And for Canada, this first half whistle can't come soon enough.
And the fourth example of this half, at least, where clearly it was a talking point for Argentina last couple of games. Canada's goalkeeper, aggressive positioning, off his line, trying to beat him that way. Maxime Crépeau has come in with the most saves in this tournament. Third best quality of saves based on the statistical data. And this is interesting. You've got the center backs coming forward, Cornelius and Bombito. Alistair Johnston, it's very slick, it's very humid. Can he get good traction on that ball to get this one in deep? He does. It came off an Argentina head. David saved by Emiliano Martinez, who made himself big at his near post, and it's out for a corner.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you're not creating chances from open play, when you get these rare opportunities in Argentina's half, why not throw bodies in there, try to create moments like that? It skimmed off ahead, and great anticipation there from David to get to that near post. But once again, Martinez is big and blocks off all the space. But perhaps last chance of the half here for Canada from this corner.
First save of the game for either goalkeeper. We're into the third added minute. Schaffelberg sets the ball. And a little bit of a bump off the ball.
I still think they should be playing this short here. It's only Messi that's really out, and then the player will come off the near post, but you can play 2v1.
Argentina's bench is trying to signal someone.
Do it. Yeah, they're doing it now.
Kone picks it up, comes back. Schaffelberg, that took a block. That was Julian Alvarez, and now they got to be careful the other way. Davies is back there, job still not done. Crépeau goes long, and a promising moment comes to nothing.
Just too slow.
And we've said that a lot, haven't we, as we send you back to Rob Stone in Los Angeles. 45 minutes down, 45 to go here in the Meadowlands in the Copa America semifinal, where it's Argentina 1, Canada 0.
The Copa America 2024 halftime show on FS1 is presented by BMW. Rob Stone back in studio with you. Argentina members 0-0 at the break with Canada in the Copa opener. They're currently up 1-0 at the half this time. Coming up, we're going to take a look at Julian Alvarez's goal. We'll show you how Lamine Yamal made Euro history in Spain's semifinal win. Plus, we've got a report from Dortmund ahead of tomorrow's Netherlands-England semifinal showdown.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on SiriusXM. We're back on the track Sunday,
1:30 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Great American Getaway 400, presented by VisitPA.com.
from Pocono Raceway on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio Channel 90, in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app. Get closer to everything that moves you wherever you are with the SiriusXM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yes!
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan.
Their joints are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier. And why they seem more youthful even as they age.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend using 50 years of nutritional research and experience, helping dogs make incredible turnarounds. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Crispies, their wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/fox or text FOX to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
The American cowboy is everything that makes this country great.
There's a freedom to being a cowboy. Being a cowgirl is not a safe, easy path, but it's one that's very rewarding.
The American cowgirl is dedicated to her livestock, she's dedicated to her country, and she's dedicated to her family.
The American cowboy is honest.
We're the backbone of how this country was founded.
There's a whole lot of legacy that goes along with being a cowboy, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
Boot Barn, keep west.
Pristine lawn.
Iconic whites.
Grass eaten.
Grass owned.
Hopes dashed.
Dreams realized.
Blistering backhands.
Ferocious forehands.
In.
Out.
Right, please. Thank you.
Goff.
Jabbar.
Shiontek.
Sinner.
Djokovic.
Alcaraz.
Wimbledon.
Always like never before.
1st to the 14th of July. Watch live on ESPN.
Fox Sports at Home with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Hey, Kelly. I love your Kelly Clarkson Connection channel.
All right. Thank you so much for listening.
The mix is eclectic.
I love music, and I just want to celebrate all of it with you.
It's my favorite now.
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
It is perfect.
This is my heartbeat. The Kelly Clarkson Connection, y'all.
I freaking love your channel.
Oh my God.
Channel 12 and on the Sirius XM app.
Julian Alvarez got the nod for Argentina tonight ahead of Golden Boot leader Lautaro Martinez, and Alvarez certainly repaying Lionel Scaloni's faith. His goal has Argentina up in the first of our 2 Copa America semifinals. Glad you're back here with us at the half. Rob Stone, Clint Dempsey, Carly Lloyd, and Alexi Lawless back here with you. Canadian manager Jesse Marsh said ahead of this one, this will have to be the best we've ever played. The Maple Leafs, a solid start, but not enough so far against the world champs as we take in your first half highlights. Sponsored by BMW. The OG Ronaldo in the house.
Yes, sir. Oh, look at him. Looking good.
Only Ronaldo.
Looking good. Anthems. GOAT. Like you said, Rob, not a horrible half from Canada. Opportunities. They knew they were going to let Messi into the game here. Ball on top of the box. He takes a look. I guess a half chance, but still he just finds little pathways to get the ball and get shots off.
He had 3 shots in the first half.
And we talked about how important the midfield was going to be in terms of their service to the attacking players. And Julian Alvarez with a great first touch and playing it through the keeper's legs.
Great first touch. You just see, he just puts it right in his face.
I mean, if you're the Canadian side, you're going to be frustrated with this. First, DePaul's able to get on the half turn, get his head up. No one's marking Julian Alvarez. He's able to sneak through. Good positive first touch, stays on his feet, and finds it through the legs of the keeper. So he takes this touch, then it puts the player in a situation he has to foul him or concede the penalty, right? He stays on his feet, slots it home.
His second goal versus Canada this tournament, 9th of his international career, 44th minute.
And Argentina were in cruise control at this moment. Di Maria just so active out on that right-hand side, and Messi a lot more active, getting chances on his less favored foot, too, the right. Couldn't get that one in.
And right at the end of the half, Canada with a long throw. It comes in, and Argentina lets it bounce, and David just sneaks right in here. And Emi Martinez has to make a save. Right at the end of the half, we saw Jesse Marsh, coach of Canada, screaming and yelling at his players. He was not happy with the way that they finished that half.
A lot of screaming and yelling in Spain right now. Check out the scenes earlier today in Madrid. The Spanish, plenty to celebrate. We'll show you why next.
Few traditions in sport carry the prestige of Wimbledon.
It's a stunning achievement. She has won the biggest title in the game.
The best tennis players in the world take to the grass of the All England Club in London with the hopes of joining legends of the sport as Wimbledon champions.
Novak Djokovic arms aloft. A magnificent 7th Wimbledon title.
SiriusXM's coverage starts each morning at 4 Eastern and continues through the end of play each match day. Hear it all on Channel 81 in the car and the all-new SiriusXM app.
Hi, I'm Eric Casabiri, founder of Serotonin Anti-Aging Centers. 25 years ago, I started my career in the health and wellness industry with the goal of improving and maximizing human health. After the successful launch and growth of my first franchise, I began to focus my efforts on a complete solution for improving health span and lifespan. After 2 years of continued research with medical practitioners and med spa consultants, combined with 25 years owning and operating health clubs, I recognize a huge void and opportunity in managing personal health that could drastically improve the quality of life. This drove me to create Serotonin Anti-Aging Centers, the first of its kind anti-aging franchise business. Combining hormone therapy, aesthetics, restorative and recovery services, and medical weight loss all under one roof, our centers are designed to serve as a wide demographic for health and performance solutions. Our membership model drives a strong business opportunity. With exceeding interest, there are still franchises available in select markets. To learn more about serotonin and franchising opportunities, go to serotoninfranchising.com. That's serotoninfranchising.com. serotoninfranchising.com.
Franchise offer made by Prospectus only.
Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards. Rent is due. Bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to gotloans.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
Gotloans.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan of up to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account as soon as the next day. Our lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Great news. I went to gotloans.com and we'll have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Whoa, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to gotloans.com. That's gotloans.com. Gotloans.com.
California Closets just custom designed Molly's media room. Now it's the perfect space for binge watching. Tons of shelves for books, plenty of seating for game night, drawers to hide remotes and dog toys. So it's not really a media room. It's more like a media, TV, reading, living, game room. California Closets. We did it for Molly, and we can do it for you because we know you differently. Schedule your free design consultation now at 800-CAL-CLOSETS or CaliforniaClosets.com.
Some days, you're the main character. Other days, you're the villain. The Pop-Off, a channel of nothing but fierce ladies representing the next wave of pop stardom. Tyla, Chaperone, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. Plus exclusive songs and stories from Ray, featured all week long. The Pop-Off, on now. For a limited time on Channel 105 or listen anytime on the SiriusXM app.
The Copa America 2024 halftime show on FS1 is presented by BMW.
Spain punched their ticket to the Euro 2024 final today, taking care of France 2-1. How about this strike from the 16-year-old Lamine Yamal, the youngest scorer in Euros history. And these were the scenes at a watch party in Madrid. Spain fans also did plenty of celebrating in Munich, Germany, and they are just one step away from capturing a record fourth European crown. Spain will face either the Dutch or England in Sunday's final. Those two square off tomorrow in Dortmund, live on Fox. And for the latest ahead of that one, here's Jeff Shreves.
So, Rob, should the Netherlands get past England here in the semi-final tomorrow night, Ronald Koeman has got his wish, facing Spain in the final. However, it was a bad day for the Dutch today. A cancelled train meant they had to get a flight. They arrived much later than planned and missed their press conference. No such headaches for Gareth Southgate, who said for the first time in the tournament he has all 26 players fit and available. So, will England be in the final for back-to-back Euros, or will the Dutch break their hoodoo, having lost their last three consecutive semi-finals? We'll find out tomorrow night. Back to you, Rob.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Argentina here halfway towards reaching their second straight Copa America final. The final 45 from New Jersey on the backside.
Welcome to the new Undisputed.
Strap in, because Skip is back.
This team is loaded top to bottom.
He's got the Hall of Famers, playmakers.
We coming with some swag.
Game changers. And Lil Wayne is in the house. New team? I'm talking elite players. Here we come. Same Skip.
This is about to be the greatest show I have ever been a part of.
Undisputed. Weekdays at 9:30 Eastern on Fox Sports, Sirius XM Channel 83.
In the game of life, every point matters, especially when it comes to your loved ones. Score big for your family by securing life insurance with SelectQuote. Their team of experienced licensed insurance agents can help you find the right policy at the right price in just minutes. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. My wife's also 40, and her $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. Plus, with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote can help you score big on affordable coverage. Don't let the clock run out on your chance to protect your family's future.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-463-9797. That's 1-800-463-9797. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-463-9797. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hi, I'm Kathy Hill, founder of Tax Tiger. If you happen to have unfiled or unpaid taxes, Tax Tiger can protect you from the IRS, release wage and bank levies, and negotiate awesome settlements. Above all, Tax Tiger is a company which operates based on Christian principles. If you have an IRS problem, call us today at 1-800-IRS-9196 for a free consultation. 1-800-IRS-9196 or visit us online at taxtiger.com.
Rural is the roots of our nation.
Sirius XM's Rural Radio.
We've got everything from hunting, fishing, and conservation, horses and horse training.
Of news, weather, and the commodity markets.
Sirius XM, it doesn't matter where you are in North America, it's always there. They'll have it in their trucks, in their combines, in their tractors.
Rural Radio, channel 147.
And Sirius XM app.
Hi, it's Billy Joel here. It's back.
All my music on my very own channel, the Billy Joel Channel.
Because you had to be a big shot.
His songs, his stories.
There were these two Italian guys that owned this recording studio. Wow, they had a piano, they had microphones, and I was really impressed. I wanted to know what everything was. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do?
The Billy Joel Channel, happening now for a limited time. Sirius XM Channel 79 and the Sirius XM app.
Argentina with a 1-0 lead at the break. Manchester City striker Julian Alvarez, his second goal at this Copa against Canada. And the defending Copa and World Cup champs up 1-0 at the break. We take you live back to New Jersey. Canada on the field right now. And Argentina 60% possession, Lex, an 8-4 shot advantage. What do you think Jesse Marsch said in that halftime locker room to his Maple Leafs?
Well, we saw him screaming and yelling as they left the field. And so either you change now and make some substitutions because you don't like the way it's going, or you put the fear of God into them to change up some things that you don't like. But he was not happy. But it's only 1-0, all right? And they've had plenty of the ball, and they've had a couple of opportunities. So it's certainly within their grasp. It's not as if they're getting blown off the field.
No, I mean, it's there still to get back into this game. They've had their opportunities. I mean, look at the last minute of the first half with the chance from David on the long throw. So they keep doing what they're doing. They'll be frustrated with the way in which they conceded that first goal, but there's still chances there for them. They just have to take it.
Yeah, I think Argentina have more goals in them, but I think this Canadian side needs to be a little bit tighter with their lines. On the goal that Alvarez scored, you know, they just got caught a bit and giving too much space to...
Remember, Argentina turned up the heat in the second half on Canada in their first meeting. It was 0-0 at the break, and they banged in 2 goals, including one pretty quickly after the halftime whistle. Alvarez, the game's goal scorer, came in the 22nd minute. Argentina up 1-0 and 45 minutes away from a Copa America final. For the second half call, once again, John Strong and Stu Holden.
And Rob, never before at a major tournament have we paid more attention to how long it takes teams to come out for the second half than this Copa America. 4 coaches suspended, including Lionel Scaloni, partially at the public behest of Jesse Marsch. It was about 16 minutes that it took Argentina, a minute late, to actually take the field here. No changes from either side. Stu, you've been hearing that conversation. We saw Jesse Marsch angry as he went off. Argentina, can they pull away? Is it going to be like Thursday where they let their opponents hang around and are at risk of that stoppage time goal against? It's an early foul there. Julian Alvarez going down. What do you expect to see your second half?
Well, this is where it becomes very important, first 10, 15 minutes of this second half, for Canada to let Argentina know, hey, we're still going to give you a game here. Because if they just start this second half the way they finished the first half, this is going to be 3-4-0 to Argentina. They're going to run away with this game as it opens up straight from the kickoff, ball around the corner. Julian Alvarez gets it. Bombito fouls him. Set piece opportunity for Argentina. I think they're going to want to find that second goal just to kill any type of momentum and see if we get a response from Canada, from Jesse Marsch, because you know that was a pretty heated halftime discussion after what we saw from him going down the tunnel.
Messi and DePaul over the free kick. Everyone back to defend for Canada. And Messi will clip it in. It's not for Romero, looked like just under hit. Di Maria there to pick it up. And they applied a ton of sand to this field. They did not water the field. From up here looked like that ball was in play. The entirety of the ball has to cross the entirety of the line. And now Jesse Marsch is going to get warned by the referee.
No, I'm with him on that one. I think that ball was still in from Schaffelberg.
But the humidity here is such that it looks like there's kind of a haze.
Yeah, it reminds
when
me
you
of
look
being
at the light standards.
Hibachi grill, and you've got all that smoke and steam coming at your all over. This place is cooking, and you can see that. It's worn on some of these players as the game has gone on. You've had 15 minutes to rest now if you're Canada. Can you come out and can you get some pressure on the ball and create moments in transition? That's how they're going to score a goal.
Argentina have never been beaten in their Copa America history when they lead at the half, but they don't have to be beaten tonight. It can be a tie after 90 minutes, and we go straight to a penalty shootout. Each of these teams advance in a penalty shootout in the quarterfinal round. As Long, Schaffelberg, and Chase just kind of hit a dead spot on the grass, it looked like, and Romero had to quickly catch up to it. Eustaquio knocked away as Davies played it inside. Kone comes sliding through. It comes off his face, but that's going to work for Schaffelberg. Back for Ismael Kone. That was knocked away. Good work by Enzo Fernandez, it was, tracking back defensively. What can Canada do in the spells of possession they have? Derek Cornelius just did not have his eyes on the ball, and it skipped underneath his foot. Only under immediate pressure, able to find the pass inside for Eustaquio. He gets hit as he gets it away for Alphonzo Davies. Davies on the run. Canada coming forward. Davies, that'll come all the way across to Richie Larea. Larea's first touch pulls him wide. He's got Johnston in support. Johnston's cross in. That was in between the options. Eustaquio picks it up. Eustaquio under hit for Alphonzo Davies. And then Di Maria smartly just plays it off Davies out for a throw.
I thought Eustaquio was going to take that one first time.
Should he have?
Yeah, absolutely, because the chance was gone on the second one. This is the one to the balls. Oh, yeah, it stayed in. Look, you see how it was actually starting to go out. And then the ball ended up in that little ridge of the end line and stayed in. So yeah, now Schaffelberg had a lot of work to do from there at the halfway line, but I think it speaks to the wider frustration that Jesse Marsch had in that first half.
And thankfully the referee didn't give Marsch a yellow card for complaining correctly about a missed call, which we have seen. Fico able to find exactly the right pass for Alexis McAllister. In a moment, it looked like he was under pressure. Messi dummies it for DePaul, who hands it off for Di Maria. Di Maria returns. DePaul cuts the cross in. It was blocked, and Argentina have a corner. And all of that from what looked like maybe a promising moment with Canada, creating some pressure high up the field. Messi will walk over to take.
Now this was the type of setup we saw with an in-swinging ball from Messi, where they had McAllister run across the near post, flick it to the far post. I wonder if they try. Doesn't look like the setup's quite as similar. They're actually stacking on top of Crepeau. He's going to try and bend it on top of him.
And at that near post, Eustaquio's there to head it away. Because we've seen about once a game Messi go for the Olympico goal. That's the one thing he's never done in his career. Messi has it back off the throw, in for DePaul, able to turn, no one there, cuts it back into the middle. Kone first touch, only as far as Gonzalez. It's in, it's Enzo Fernandez who puts it in. Now Canada's arguing they want offside on that.
Yeah, it could be offside here on Messi. We'll see at the end of this one, because I think Messi might get a slight touch on this. as the shot comes in. But as it stands, second goal for Argentina. Great work from DePaul initially. Let's see where all the players. Does Cornelius step up just in time? We'll get a better look from the 18 cam as we look down the line. But just good work from Fernandez. He has so much time and space here. There's the little touch from Messi.
That might be Messi's first goal of the tournament.
It might be. We yet to see a definitive look down the line to see if he's onside or offside. He doesn't even seem entirely convinced at this point. But wow, how much time did Enzo Fernandez have in the box there to open up his hips and get that shot on the goal? No pressure from Canada on the ball. And it comes off them just playing the ball down the side. So here we go. Let's run this one back. Does Cornelius step up in time as that ball comes off here? No, it looks pretty clear like not. Let's see when it leaves his foot. He recognized he was deep. He was the man that had to stay with DePaul. Now he's trying to quickly get out and get in line with that last defender as well. They're going to just make sure with the lines, but it looked to me that that's a goal, and it is. Yeah, Lionel Messi with his first goal of the tournament.
How about that? Exactly how we all thought it was going to happen as well. So Enzo Fernandez will get the assist to Messi. And boy, more frustration for Canada. A sequence that began with some high pressure up the field. And not the type of goal. If you're going to get beat by Argentina, get beat by something great, something beautiful, something unstoppable from Messi. And just enough of a redirection in front of Crépeau. 109th goal for Argentina. More than any other man in South American history. His 14th at Copa America. 3 back of the all-time record in the tournament's history. Here's Messi on the run again. Kone with a big tackle. And how much of a backbreaker is that for Canada to concede early second?
That's what I said. First 10 minutes, you got to set the tone. And the reality was, it comes off their best chance down on this end of the field. Second half, the fans right now saluting Messi, Messi, Messi. But then Argentina win the corner. They get the first one. It recycles, comes back to Messi. He plays that little slip ball. Good work from DePaul. And then you find yourself down 2 goals now against the world champs. In the humid setting tonight, you got to chase the game. Space is going to open up. Kone looks like he's picked up a little bit of a knock as looks like Canada getting ready to make 2 subs as well. Liam Miller being 1.
Kone, the 22-year-old, brought back in the lineup. Goes down. Here's the goal again.
That was such a good turn, by the way, from Rodrigo DePaul, and then a poor clearance from Kone. But Enzo Fernandez did a good job just keeping that on target. Slightest of touches. And ends up coming off of Maxime Crépeau's face at the end of that. But even just that misdirection there was enough and made it so difficult for him. He might have had a chance because he'd anticipated to the left. I'm sure not the way Messi had expected to open his account, but it doesn't matter. And he's in the right place, right time, and such an important touch to put that one in the back of the net.
Canada had Ali Ahmed and Liam Miller ready to come on, and that was before Ismail Kone went down, and Jonathan Osorio was scrambling back in. Taking a picture with the GOAT. And so this might end up being a triple sub. We'll see. They put Schaffelberg's number up. Jacob Schaffelberg is off. They put Richie Larea's number up. And Larea is off. Who began the tournament as a starter, Ahmed of the Vancouver Whitecaps, who was a late add to this roster.
One more look. This is the point that it comes off his foot. You can see that Cornelius just recognized I had to get out, He knew what was happening. He tried to draw Messi offside, couldn't get close enough to him to make the tackle on him, so tried to draw him offside. But the run seemed to have been timed just to perfection there.
Well, for Messi now, over the last 2 years, it's 28 goals in his last 25 games played for Argentina. That's actually unprecedented in his career. He's never had a stretch like that, averaging more than a goal per game over such a long period of time. He scored in every knockout stage game at the World Cup. And I guess that's the question, and we talked about it a little bit the other night. There's been so much discussion about Cristiano Ronaldo, what he means for Portugal, what his level is. As it goes long from Montiel, and Crepo will come all the way out to get it. Ismael Kone has retaken the field. They're going to hold the sub for now. Why is it that Messi has continued to still be as effective as he has over the last 2 years, and even coming into this tournament, he's scoring plenty of goals?
The guy still plays just an insane level, and he's found ways to be impactful without having to do as much of the hard running. And he does the hard running when he's on the ball and his team have possession. He finds ways to contribute defensively in terms of being in the right spots to take advantage when the ball turns over in transition. And also, Messi doesn't rely so much on just pure speed and athleticism. His passing is out of this world. He's one of the best passers in the game as well as scorers. As here comes Canada.
Yeah, Romero missed that. Miller picked it up. Ahmed around the outside, and a heavy first touch there. And it breaks down as Jonathan David was on the end of it, but Jesse Marsh at least likes that his team is still showing some life.
Yeah, Miller came inside, found a nice spot in behind the Argentine midfield, gets turned. It's been a frustrating watch for some of these Canadian fans that have traveled down in big numbers up in little pockets of this stadium. You see little pockets of red in and amongst Buenos Aires.
Even to the fact that the music that they play at these games is very much Argentine music. It's not even necessarily a pan-South American playlist. This is a home field advantage that has been created in every possible way for Argentina at this tournament in the U.S. Vito wide. Ahmed looking on McAllister. And in saying that, twice at the World Cup, we saw Argentina in a very comfortable 2-0 position completely fall apart against the Netherlands and then against France in the final. And end up advancing in a penalty shootout. Trying to do something along those lines. It was 2 quick goals for France. It was 2 late goals for the Netherlands, 90+11 that they ended up tying it. They hadn't conceded such a late goal until the 91st minute one they gave up to Ecuador on Thursday. Davies trying to play back inside for Liam Miller, and it just pinged around. Romero, Di Maria, they just make it look so easy, don't they? De Paul, short for Messi. And then Messi goes down. Advantage going to be played as Alvarez picks it up. McAllister wanted it in the middle, and now it's going to come back for the foul.
That's so deflating for an opponent defensive team trying to... The ball's deep in Argentina's end. They lead out, trying to win the ball back with pressure. 1-2 touch. Boom, 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 boom. Get it out wide, and Messi was looking for the 1-2 here with Rodrigo de Paul, and then they had 2 players wide open. Julian Alvarez was on the near side. Angel Di Maria then on the far.
Moise Bombito is down. Back to his feet. 24-year-old from Montreal, plays for the Colorado Rapids. One of the revelations of this short Jesse Marsh era. Liam Miller wasn't paying enough attention, and that gave Angel Di Maria the space to pick that one up. It was taken quickly by De Paul. Back for Messi. In between pass, Laren picks it up. He's got Jonathan David running through the center. It's swept away though. Christian Romero alert defending. And then Ali Ahmed commits a foul, trying to win it back. Did you say earlier how many just almost moments for Canada tonight?
Yeah, that one too. The Argentina do such a phenomenal job across the field when that ball turns over, how quickly they react. So that's an underhit pass, but look at the reaction. First of all, Romero gets tight, he lays out, Lisandro Martinez sprinting back. They just constantly have bodies around the ball, and even if it's just a little turnover in any part of the field, they look to win it back as quickly as they can.
De Paul trying to dance the tightrope that Schaffelberg didn't get early. Jesse Marsh is furious. Alvarez won a control. Alvarez saved by Crepo, and he covers up his first save of the night. Jesse Marsh's head in his hands. He can't believe that was flagged as still being in play, and they didn't get the call on the one earlier. Ahmed the other way for Canada. Comes back for Kone, who seems to have recovered from the knock he took earlier. Comes inside, they're giving him the space. Kone puts it in the stands.
A moment of appreciation for this ball from Angel Di Maria. My goodness, ridiculous. Finding a run from Julian Alvarez between the two center backs right over the head of Bombito. That is inch perfect. And takes it a little too soon here. The first touch, phenomenal. In front of him, off the outside of the foot. That second one is in a good spot as well. But just a little slow that he had to slow up his run there to take that strike. And as he put his head down, Crépeau had set himself. Ends up being a save. It's right at him. But what a ball from Di Maria. My goodness.
Alvarez will miscontrol that one out. The second semifinal of the Euros tomorrow on Fox. The Netherlands against England, who will advance to face Spain in the final on Sunday in Berlin. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Live on Fox. That was in between Larin and David. And then McAllister picks it up. Trying to try to win it back. He has. It's kept in play by Johnston. Canada coming forward, in for David, lets it go. Larin sets it back. Kone off balance, almost got back to it. Di Maria was there. Now he needs some help. Angel Di Maria dribbling around in his own 6-yard box. Johnston in a wrestling match, able to win it back on the outside. Johnston trying to charge it in.
Oh, look out the other way now.
Enzo Fernandez to play, and that's a needed foul. Eustaquio saying it's not a foul. He's going to get a yellow card.
That's a goal-saving foul from Eustaquio there, because Angel Di Maria was wide open at the top of the screen, and he just hacked down Rodrigo de Paul. He knows what he's doing. He's never getting to that ball, and he was just able to clip his ankle there. But it's about as perfect a tactical foul as you're going to see.
And you saw the way the Argentine players were yelling at referee Piero Mazza. There has been a narrative in the South American media that this Canada team are dirty, that they're overly physical with how they play. And yet, we've seen plenty of these games over years at Copa America. Any team, including Argentina, would make the exact same foul in the exact same moment. Even as Rodrigo de Paul for his second time tonight, as Eustaquio steps over him, he'll slowly get up to his feet. And yet still the referee has not signaled Argentina's training staff to come out and take a look at him. Canada will make a substitution. Here's where Argentina, they're going to bring Nicolas Tagliafico off. And he's one of the players sitting on a yellow card who would be suspended for the final if booked tonight. And Jonathan David will come off for Canada. Scored the goal against Peru that got them into the knockout stage. Tony Oluwaseyi of Minnesota United is on. Thought he had scored a goal at one point in the group stage, only to see it called back. Nicolas Otamendi comes on. His 116th appearance, moves past assistant coach Roberto Ayala for 5th most in Argentina's history. Lisandro Martinez out to the left. 5 minutes plus stoppage time for Canada to try to start a comeback. Bombito. Johnston. Ahmed. For Kone. Kone will take the space in front of him. Hands it off wide. Ali Ahmed, chance to cross, gets it in. Emiliano Martinez is there in front of Oluwaseyi.
Oh, look at Messi.
Trying to go quick, Messi on the run, and that's the aggressive positioning that Jesse Marsch wants from Maxime Crépeau. And 2 big thumbs up from Jesse Marsch on the bench as Crépeau snuffs that out. Now Liam Miller running the other way. Miller trying to cut inside, lost his footing, lost the ball. Davies, oh, that's a tough tackle that he takes. Alphonzo Davies is hurt. He's down behind the play, yelling out for the training staff. Argentina come the other way. Messi on the run, knocked out by Derek Cornelius. And the concern right now is for Alphonzo Davies.
That was a crunching tackle there. Came in on Davies. He had the ball down in the corner, and Jesse Marsh somewhat sarcastically there. There it is, Montiel. No, it's a good tackle. Davies actually ends up getting his leg caught between the legs of Montiel as he makes that challenge, but it's actually his step and his momentum took him into that. It was all ball.
He seems to be in an awful lot of pain right now.
Another look at the goal. Came out to Enzo Fernandez there. A bit of pressure from Messi initially that forced Kone into that poor clearance. And then just the slightest of touches. I don't think there was enough on that. I think Maxime Crépeau was going to be there had it not been for that touch from Messi that took it past him.
That ends his 3-game goalless streak.
Now, the training staff from Canada are signaling to the bench still to hold as Alphonzo Davies is getting checked out here. I don't think they're saying that a change needs to be imminent, checking on that right leg of his.
And Davies is such a remarkable story. Born in a refugee camp in Ghana, his parents had fled the civil war in Liberia. And there's an alternate reality where Alphonzo Davies, that's his life in Africa, living in a refugee camp, just trying to find a way, as long as so many other millions of refugees do. When he was 5, they won the opportunity to migrate to Canada, first in Edmonton, and the Vancouver Whitecaps spotted him. And Davies has become an ambassador for the United Nations Refugee Agency, speaking out on behalf of the 114 million people globally that have been displaced by war and violence and persecution. I don't know if the upside-down Canadian flag was intentional as a sign of distress or whether that fan just didn't realize it. And he has become one of the biggest stars in Canadian sports, maybe the best player on this particular continent. And he is still in a lot of pain right now, as Canada will play with 10 and a huge conference of Canadian assistant coaches around Jesse Marsh trying to figure out the pathway forward. Down 2 goals in the Copa America semifinal, as Colombia and Uruguay watch from their respective hotels in Charlotte ahead of tomorrow night's second semifinal. Davies being allowed back out, still moving very gingerly.
He's going down now, though. Yeah, trying to run it off, but he got his right leg caught in between Montiel's as he had laid out on the ground, tried to run it off, tried to come back on. And also, yeah, they're going to have to make a sub. They've only got 1 window left, too, Canada.
Biello
so
there.
That's probably the conversation, too, with Jesse Marsh and his coaching staff saying, look, we got 1 window, we've got 2 subs left. We got to go for both now.
And that wasn't a foul. That was just, it's unfortunate bad luck in your mind.
I think so,
his leg got caught the way it did. And let's see what they do. And it looks like they are trying to grab 2 substitutes to use this last window. And the wave makes its way around here at the Meadowlands. Molina will be coming on for Argentina. Jonathan Osorio looks like he will now come on the field. 20 minutes plus stoppage time for Canada to do something about this.
That's a good wave, by the way.
So Montiel will come off for Molina. Looks like it'll be Mathieu Choinière who will be coming on for Canada, along with Osorio. As the final 2 changes that Jesse Marsh can make in the last substitution window. This is certainly not how you would want to see Alphonzo Davies' Copa America end.
A lot of stoppage, too. We haven't seen the highest numbers of stoppage at this Copa America, so I'm interested to see what gets added at the end of this game in terms of added time, and then also now how this shuffles the pack for Canada. Do they switch up the formation a little bit, maybe go to 3 in the back? Looks like Ahmed's come to this near side for now as a left back, so you're going to see him getting up and down from that position.
That's the other role that he's played with the Whitecaps. So Chouanier and Osorio are on. Jonathan Osorio's 77th appearance for Canada, 8th most in team history. Long-time servant for both Canada and Toronto FC, their all-time appearance leader. And then Chouanier of CF Montreal, just his 4th ever appearance for his country and his 1st at this Copa America. Here's Osorio's first touch. What's the pathway back for Canada? 20 minutes of change. How do they create goals out of this?
I think at a point you've got to start to take some more risk and putting more numbers into the attack, maybe a little bit more direct at times, dumping some balls in behind, trying to squeeze the game up. They've got a number of attacking players on the field. Ahmed's taking a very aggressive positioning on this left-hand side. And what that's going to do is it's also going to open up space for Argentina in these transition moments. So I'm curious to see what as well Lionel Scaloni does. When do we see Lautaro Martinez? When do you see that change for Julian Alvarez up front and just giving them more speed and an ability to take advantage of those opportunities? And then this becomes important. I would be getting people in the box right now instead of playing that one short and sticking a set piece in there and try to make something. That seems like a bad decision to make, although they've worked something out of it here.
Chouanier from Osorio. Laren right at the edge of the box. It's waved away by the referee, and then Chouanier commits the foul, just knocking DePaul down. We know that Angel Di Maria's Argentina career will extend for one more game as it stands to Sunday's final. And for more on Di Maria, let's check in with Jenny downstairs. Jenny?
It is fitting, John, that Angel Di Maria got the start tonight. He actually scored his first international goal against Canada in 2010 when he was 22 years old. You mentioned it. He obviously will be retiring from international play after this tournament, but it's worth pointing out just how special the relationship is with Messi. They have gone through the same ups and downs with Argentina. They have won the same amount of titles. Di Maria said following their World Cup win, playing with Messi has been the best thing that has ever happened to my career. What a career for Di Maria as well.
As we talked about the other night, it was thought of as this wonderful moment for Messi, this great redemption for Messi, just as much a redemption for Di Maria to get these 2 titles. He scored the winning goal in the Copa America final 3 years ago. That one's just beyond him. He scored in the final at the World Cup as well.
Goal.
And if Messi's going to get the obvious headlines, how would we sort of summarize and eulogize Angel Di Maria's 20-year career for Argentina?
Yeah, one of the best to do it for Argentina, for sure. And his consistency over a long period, and a guy that's played at some of the biggest clubs in the world and is part of that supporting cast that we continue to talk about with Lionel Messi, and has been able to deliver in those big moments when needed. And look, he missed out on the final in the World Cup in 2014 because he had an injury right before that, and so he didn't have an opportunity to be a part of that game. And it was even a question if he was going to start the final in 2022. Scaloni started him on the left-hand side, and he scored such a great goal to kick off that game for them, and has been excellent throughout this tournament as well.
1 hour to go with the Meadowlands. Can Canada conjure 2 goals? Oluwaseyi there couldn't quite control. He blocks the clearance out. Oluwaseyi getting in. Chouanier had a block. It was Osorio, in fact, in for Liam Miller. Can he get a shot away? Miller trying to get back to it for Ahmed. It was blocked, and Argentina just able to rally the troops and circle the wagons there in the key moments to repel that opportunity for Canada. But the opportunities have been there. Ahmed wants it over the top to run onto. It comes short for Kone instead. Kone Weaves his way around Di Maria, back from Osorio. Kone fires it in. Olmoshe couldn't control. Johnson and Bombito almost let the other have it. Liam Miller now wide. Miller for Johnston. Gets there. Otamendi defending. Resets for Miller. Back in for Kone. Osorio. Kone once more. Trying to slip that through for Ahmed. It might have been a handball in there, but a foul first. Canada's bench is furious as Di Maria went down. Well, it's filled in. It was late arriving. It is New York traffic on a Tuesday night, but 80,000 are here.
So the foul comes before there, the handball from Di Maria, but the foul came first. I was wondering when we were going to get changes from Argentina, and it seems now. And it comes off the back of a little bit of pressure from Canada building, and I don't think Scaloni would have liked what he'd seen there, and his team getting pinned back and dumping the ball out and defending again. So triple sub on the way.
As we say, how many of these substitutes late on would be starters?
Yep.
For so many other nations at this tournament, including the top scorer at the Copa America, Lautaro Martinez, who replaces the goal scorer of the opener tonight, Julian Alvarez. Nico Gonzalez and Ezequiel Palacios are also coming on.
And you think about subs still in the attacking part of the field. So you have Gonzalez coming on, who's going to be able to run. Lautaro Martinez now fresh legs up front. Di Maria coming off.
And he'll get the curtain call. Now, are you surprised, though, that they're leaving Messi out, a guy 2 weeks removed from an injury that clearly had him limited in the quarterfinal?
Not really. Look, I mean, maybe, but I'm sure that's a conversation normally with Lionel Scaloni and Lionel Messi about, can you go 90? How do you feel? And he went 90 off the back of missing a game and maybe being doubtful. So, oh boy, here we go. That's not what you want to do against this Argentina team. Just pure frustration there. Kone just kicking the ball into the back of DePaul, he's been taking some lumps the last couple of minutes here. Jesse Marsh is coming over, talking a little bit of something to him. Now DePaul's looking over at him. He doesn't like what he's saying. He's telling him, you're chirping. They're not showing it on the screen right now, but no need for that either from Jesse Marsh when you're down 2-0. And I think it also just speaks to the pure frustration of this Canadian team throughout this game. And DePaul's done this a couple of times. Look, he's done it. He does a good job getting his body in the way. He goes down, wins the foul, and then here you go. Look, boom, kick the ball right into his back. Clear yellow card.
Are the Canadians frustrated, do you think, at Argentina, at the referee, or at themselves?
Yes.
Not the night that Jesse Marsh was hoping for. He does get a lovely parting gift for his first major tournament in charge of Canada.
DePaul's coming right over to him right now. Look, bottom right of your screen. DePaul is coming over, having a couple of words with Jesse Marsh. Now the fourth official stepping in between them.
Emiliano Martinez will go. Oh, it hit the sky cam. You don't see that every day. So 10 minutes to go. For Argentina to add a third and make it look good on the scoreboard, or for Canada maybe, just maybe, to do what the Dutch did, do what the French did at the World Cup and cause some chaos late from a 2-0 hole. Winner going to Miami for the final on Sunday. The loser still has a game to play, the third place playoff. Offside flag comes up, which is interesting. Claudio Urrutia, normally assistant referees have been told to hold that flag.
Unless it was clear. It felt like that was pretty clearly offside. It was he was starting to run, and he was like, you know what, that one's way offside. I'm going to throw the flag up.
Oh, boy. Cornelius badly mishits that one. Tomorrow night, you're at Columbia in Charlotte. Third place playoff is in Charlotte on Saturday. And the final Sunday in Miami. So the teams in the Final Four know they'll have a game on the weekend as well. They're hoping it's the one on Sunday in South Florida. Lautaro Martinez, first touch since coming on. Top scorer of the tournament with the 4 goals. Larin able to hold it up in the traffic. Ali Ahmed now. DePaul shadowing him, in for Osorio. Kone. Choinière for Liam Miller. Johnston all the way wide. They come back inside.
We're seeing the usual defensive shape for Argentina at the end of the game. Back 5.
Ahmed, they cross off. Trips over the ball, being hounded now, needs some help. Trying to knock that off of Romero for a throw, and it's cleared. I think Cornelius, another missed touch, is able to clean it up for Crépeau. What do you think Argentina would have learned from, as we said, blowing 2-goal leads twice at the World Cup? How do they approach these moments differently now?
Well, I think you saw a lot of Lionel Scaloni yelling to his team, even just in those last couple of moments. Get up the field, don't sit deep, don't invite the pressure from Canada, which is going to come because they want to try to find a goal and get back into this game. A bit of the pressure there coming. But that's why they switch to the back 5. They still have to find moments to release and find Lautaro Martinez. Gonzalez can push up on the left-hand side when they do win that ball back. But you don't want to just settle back deep and allow Canada to cross and put pressure on, even though there's only 8 minutes plus probably a bigger stoppage number coming here. But that's why even in these moments, they're trying to squeeze up the field and force Canada into some turnovers.
They're able to out-muscle Ezequiel Palacios to win that ball back.
But getting that second goal was huge. That goal from Messi gives you that 2-goal cushion. And it's not just the one like you saw against Ecuador, and then they find a way to drag the game to penalties, which is where it would go if this game was tied after the end of regulation.
And they're behind Osorio. He's able to flip it along for Ahmed. Goes to cross for Alistair Johnson, who's wearing the captain's armband now with Alphonzo Davies off hurt, and that's a great step interception on the outside. Alessandro Martinez. Messi trying to play for Lautaro Martinez, and Canada able to win it back. 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And this great night, this wonderful occasion. One of the biggest moments in Canada's men's soccer history. How will they go down, if they do indeed go down? Jesse Marsh waving his arms, urging players to get forward. Miller driving inside. Osorio able to turn with it. Osorio wide for Ahmed. Back for Miller. Miller crossing back post. Larin couldn't do anything with that.
You got to give him a chance there at the back post. At a height that he can attack it, because Kyle Larin was posted up on Alessandro Martinez there, and he got himself into a good spot. Miller has a lot of time to deliver this ball, just floats it too high, and then it's drifting away. He's trying to reach for it. Ends up making a bit of contact with Martinez at the end. But look how he's got his hands on him. He's got the forearm up, throwing him off balance. Just great defending, especially huge height advantage there for Kyle Larin.
They'll take their time now, Argentina. Push the bodies up, and you see the flag in the side of Emiliano Martinez's head. It is, in fact, Independence Day in Argentina, July 9th. Marking the date in 1816. They declared independence from Spain. So some patriotism from Argentina's goalkeeper, who looks set for a third final in 3 tournaments as their starting goalkeeper. Lautaro Martinez commits that foul on Choinière with 5 minutes to go. Yeah, declaring independence from the nation that's in the Euro final on Sunday. So common theme of the South American nations. That's why their Continental Cup competition is called the Copa Libertadores, the Cup of the Liberators from Spanish rule in the 19th century. DePaul wants to send this long, and Larin sliding through as Messi was making the run furthest forward.
Well, they're doing exactly what they want to do and how they finish off a game. They're disrupting Canada's play, making fouls when they need to, slowing the game down, playing out of pressure, now in possession, knocking the ball around. Some tired Canadian bodies out there now just chasing shadows, trying to get back in possession. It's a risky ball.
Liam Miller's going to pick it up. Miller has Laird, takes it himself, puts it up in the stands.
That sums up Canada's night, really, where you feel it might open up. Here comes an opportunity. Here's some space. Here comes a shot, just lacking that quality, which you would expect. Look, this is the best team in the world, Argentina. And this is a Canadian team that finds themselves in a Copa America semifinal. They've only scored 2 goals, though, in this tournament to get to this point. Get by Venezuela on penalty kicks. But it's clear they just don't have the depth, first of all, to compete with a team like this in Argentina. They had to play a near-perfect game. Jesse Marsch said that. You could see that on the field as well. In the moments where they needed the quality, they just didn't have it tonight.
Mitchell lumps it forward. Couldn't get a pass to Lisandro Martinez. Giving away in the middle again. Osorio. Oh, boy. Big bump there with Molina. Jonathan Osorio is down. Referee letting Ali Ahmed play on. He gets around the challenge of Molina. DePaul stuffs it. And now DePaul trying to turn the corner. Chouanier slides through and needs to figure out where that ball is. Osorio back to his feet. Kone taken off it. Enzo Fernandez. And Fernandez had that blocked by Liam Miller. Now Canada's really chasing with whatever they have left in the tank on a very warm, humid night. Messi. Cornelius just held his ground.
He's going to get a yellow card for Molina, and he should. That was a pretty nasty, resemble a check into the boards here as Osorio released that ball. He just laid one on him.
Is that our quote of hockey references for the night? That's 3 in total.
Is that 3? Okay, yeah. I missed your second one.
Well, Molina, not one of the players at risk of suspension for the final. The yellow card accumulation. And a reminder, Sunday on Fox, it is the summer's major soccer tournaments coming to a close. Begin the day in Berlin, the Euro final at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Followed by the Copa America final from Miami, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Live on Fox. Looks set for, we know Spain for sure. Argentina, barring something crazy. Will it be the Dutch or the English in Berlin? Will it be Colombia or Uruguay in Miami? And we'll find that out tomorrow with another day-night doubleheader. Again, it's a giveaway. Kyle Larin hands it off. Oluwaseyi kicks, save Martinez. And it falls kindly into his hands. And he will celebrate his 2nd save of the entire night. His 9th of the tournament.
Just a bad turnover in the end. And no need to invite that pressure and even potentially crack the door open for Canada here. They've kept them far away for their goal. And Martinez, look at that. It takes that little backspin because it comes off the bottom of his leg here. As he was going down to the right, he was anticipating that's where the ball was going to go.
I mean, how easily that comes underneath his leg and skips through. When you think about the Messi goal, the little touch and it comes off Crépeau's face instead of being saved. It's these little tiny moments that have such an outsized effect. I think Ali Ahmed might have just nutmegged Lionel Messi. We'll find out on the replay. 30 seconds plus stoppage time to go. Ismael Kone carrying forward. Is there a last-ditch effort from Canada? Long switch to Ahmed. Ahmed trying to find the space. Molina on a yellow card. Cuts it back for Osorio. Osorio's cross is headed just wide. It was Oluwaseyi again as Larin got out of the way of it.
Wow, Canada really created a couple of good chances here. That last one, and they both fall into Oluwaseyi here, and this is a wonderful ball across. Great work from Ahmed initially, beating his defender. That opens up the space now. Nice run down the channel where Molina had stepped out of the gap, and the ball's hit across so hard across the box there that all you have to do is redirect it on target, and that's what he's trying to do. He just glances it too far past the post. My goodness, that would have been a wild finish had that one gone in. Fine margins again. Larin lets it go. Aloche has a long time to look at it coming across. He does the right thing. You see him try to redirect it down into the ground and stay over the top of it and give it a chance.
Well, our stopwatch in the booth suggests it should have been more than 4 minutes. The stopwatch on Canada's bench suggests it should have been more than 4 minutes. At this point, they're just kind of smiling and laughing and rolling their eyes, but it is 4 added minutes we'll play.
Molina earlier, boom, shoulder right into Osorio's chest. That's what got him the yellow card.
So 3 minutes still to go. Canada in need of 2 goals. Or else the party will start, and it won't stop until Sunday night in Miami. To be fair, the party's been going on since 2.5 weeks ago in Atlanta. Paul, whether he's onside or not. Offside, flag comes up. Let's start with Canada. As you said, they scored 2 goals. They had opponents sent off in 2 of their matches. They should have had Moise Bombito sent off in 1 of their matches. There's the Cornelius one. Oh, look, to try to take away any sour grapes from us U.S. fans. But, like,
sure.
What do we make of Canada's Copa America?
Look, Canada, it doesn't matter how, but they're in a semifinal of a Copa America, and that's way more of a success than the United States. And it doesn't matter. You scored 2 goals. It's about playing the tournament. They played the group stage. Sure, they played a man for a total of 100 minutes across 2 different games, and they only scored 1 goal in the group stage, and they get 1 against Venezuela. But a lot to build on from this Canadian team. I think the biggest challenge for Jesse Marsch is to build depth now.
Carlson's going to get there in less than 2 minutes now. Miller comes inside, it's all the way through. And they've got 2 years to build towards the World Cup. What about with Argentina? They're going to go to a 3rd consecutive final, a chance for a 3rd consecutive title. Fascinated to see whether they get Colombia or Uruguay. Is there one of those 2 that they would rather not meet in Miami?
Man, either team there's so many fascinating storylines. The high-octane, high-pressing Uruguay that can mix it up with Argentina in different ways and are coming in great form. Colombia, their unbeaten streak, does it continue tomorrow? I don't think you can go wrong from a neutral perspective of what that final could look like. And ultimately, I think the best 3 teams, the best 2 teams will be left in that final. But Argentina's ability also to not play their best soccer but still win games and just rely on individual brilliance and just solid defensive, organized team. Just so organized, so efficient, so in tune. And they're not a team you want to face either. They can mix it up, as we've said. They can make the game rough. They can have the beautiful attacking soccer too. It's going to be wonderful. This team just continues to roll on.
They will be playing either the team with the longest current unbeaten streak in the world in Colombia, or they will be playing even more than Brazil, their greatest historical rival in Uruguay. And the referee ends the game. And we will see Argentina Sunday night in Miami for the Copa America final.
The good news for Argentina and Lionel Messi is you saw a better version of Messi tonight than you saw against Ecuador for the opponents. That's not a good sign because still this is a team that finds ways to get results, keeping clean sheets, barreling through their opponent. Canada didn't really have a chance tonight. They had the odd opportunity here and there, but this was Argentina in control from the first minute of the game. They find ways to just suffocate the title now between the Copa America in 21, World Cup title in 22, and will it be another Copa America 2024.
Until we talk to you tomorrow night from Charlotte, let's send it back to Rob Stone in Los Angeles as it finishes here at the Meadowlands. Argentina 2, Canada 0.
Copa America 2024 tonight on FS1 is presented by Geico. Argentina now 1 win away from their 3rd major trophy in a row. steamy, humid night in the New York metropolitan area. Argentina, one win away from their 16th Copa title, and they get their second 2-0 win over Canada here at Copa America. Lex, what impressed you about Argentina tonight?
I mean, well, we heard Stu Holden talk about this Argentina team not necessarily dominating, not necessarily playing beautiful soccer all the time, and being completely fine with that and doing what they need to do. So that's in the, the moment. I also, watching these scenes here, I think about it also in the context of 2026 and getting the lay of the land, literally getting the lay of the land here, and potentially 2 years from now, Messi and company defending the World Cup on this actual field, which is where the final will be played. So there's all sorts of stuff going on here. But ultimately, they get the chance to go to yet another final and defend their Copa America down in Miami in that man's backyard right now. And you can see how much it means to them. Now, they've had a very, I can say it, an easy pathway relative to other teams. But this is a very, very good team. And you just give them a couple of opportunities. And that man sitting right there, Martinez, he comes up big consistently, even when they are sloppy and ugly. And this team can be and offer opportunities. He's there to bail them out often.
And I think this result was expected. I think we all knew this was going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Canada to take care of business. I think they were a bit stretched. But credit to Argentina, like you said, Lex. They find a way. It's not the most beautiful style at times, and Messi, definitely put in a much better performance, seems to be feeling better. So, we'll see if they can get it done in this final.
Yeah, Canada, credit to them. They got to the semifinal. They still had chances in this game that they could have equalized and made it closer. They had been frustrated with the first goal, how they conceded it. But Argentina, you're going to be excited. Your main man, Messi, got a goal. Alvarez came in for Martinez and was able to get a goal. And then you have Emi Martinez keeping a clean sheet for you. So, they're in another final, a chance to repeat in Copa. And it'll be exciting to see what happens between Uruguay and Colombia.
That one tomorrow here on FS1. Canada will play again. Third place game Saturday in Charlotte versus the loser of tomorrow.